We have some breaking news from the president, who just announced he is repositioning nuclear submarines around Russia in response to what he called inflammatory statements from the former Russian president. Trump just posted, quote, based on the highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just words. Words are very important and can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances. He's apparently referring to Medvedev's statements recently criticizing Trump's foreign policy and appearing to reference a nuclear strike.
Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. So as you can see, Donald Trump is, putting nuclear submarines over there in Russian waters. All right. Dmitry Medvedev, made a statement that Donald Trump took as a threat. And, he's playing his hand. All right. This is the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, on these rulers, man. All right, the Most High, he ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right. World War III is here. Now we know the MOTB has to be pushed and has to be made mandatory as well. All right. But this is a big step. All right. Putting nuclear submarines within reach of your enemy is a big threat that won't be taken lightly by Russia. You know that they're going to retaliate in some form. All right, so the war is here, man. And this war has been prophesied to you, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for 40 years, 35, 40 years. And it's here, man. It's right at the door. All right, Donald Trump, has been going toe-to-toe with these guys, for a minute, man. They playing little games, as I've stated before, you had Xi Jinping, Kim Jong-un, and Vladimir Putin coming together and having a military parade as a, if you want to say what, a commemoration or remembrance of World War II. Donald Trump quickly changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War, all right, basically letting them know he ready. And now what Donald Trump has perceived to be a threat from Dmitry Medvedev, who is the former president of Russia. All right. Now he's made a war play and put those nuclear submarines in Russian water, man. All right. And once again, they're not going to take this lightly, man. Vladimir Putin and his allies. All right. They're not going to take this lightly, man. All right. Revelation 11:14, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. It's here. World War III is here. All the sanctions, all the game plan, all the talking shit in articles, it's coming to a head. And Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is putting the spirit on these leaders to do so. All right. And once again, the MOTB has to be pushed and made mandatory, and the whole world has to be tried. But this is a big prophecy that's, beginning to come to pass, man. And these nuclear weapons, whether it be a submarine, whether it be a nuke in the air, will be used. All right, it's not a game. So many people in America are caught up in, entertainment. Bread and circuses. America's, the extension of Rome, man. That was big during the downfall of Rome, the bread and circuses. It's always some entertainment, always some news about some celebrity these days, whether it be someone on trial, domestic violence, some new show, sports, whatever it may be, to distract the people. But you have, the third woe, World War III, is here, man. Trump recently called out NATO. and its allies for, trading with Russia or buying oil from Russia specifically. So he put NATO on the clock because he says he has big sanctions that he wants to put on Russia and China. And, I guess NATO was taking too long. So Trump, used that statement that Dmitry Medvedev used as an excuse to put these nuclear submarines over there, within striking distance of Russia. And once again, this is the spirit of Yahweh Washem Yahushua. He's putting the spirit on these leaders to do this. He's in control of the war. All right. But I ain't gonna hold you. Hope that video was edifying. Shalom.